Still watching this here program. I just woke up to watching it with Billy Carson and Joe Rogan. I'm back on here logging in.
Offerings honor your
Pause that for a second.
practice.
I've got Joe Cleavers. Must be getting something good at 850 days. 3 more days and see what I get. Get them on in the production line. Have to do it's the Duviri stuff. I want to get the Duviri to get the Magister done. Where's these cleavers? Let's see. Got other stuff that it could be. I'll just probably leave them in. No cleavers. See, when it comes to this here, there's so much more in the relics. This is what I'm always saying about why I should be doing relics, or anybody at lower levels should be doing it. Well, if you do the relics, you can get a lot more items than normal runs. If you're going around the stars.
Ordis has determined the secrets to happiness. A combination of heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome!
And then, if you're doing around the star map or the origin system, then or star chart, then you can get all the bonus stuff as well when completing the planets. Which, looking at it, you know, after my complaint about the older stuff, is what you genuinely aim for to get round the map, to get them things. The relics is a bonus, everything else is additional add-ons, and that's what I'm saying about they're not going. Now there's loads of weapons and stuff and all. Whereas like there's them, you can get, they are on armor missions. And that's what I'm saying, came out of Cal. And the Archon shards. And the Archon hunts. What else? There was armor missions, armor bounties. And what's the Drifter mission? Is it New War? Is New War in that? I think it's New War. That's why I didn't use them. See the Ruin Marrow. Ideally, I should be doing the very experience to get the resources. But I'll do it. If I do it solo, then that means I have to do farming of the resources around. I haven't built that. Again, I only got the handle, only one handle. I had 2 maybe, but then again, it's more. The thing that annoys me is, it's not about getting the weapon. The weapon's the easy part. It's getting the catalysts after. So I put a lot of time. I put a lot of investment, if you want to say, or catalyst, put a catalyst and formers and all into the normal Tatsu. So why should it get the prime and then have to do it all over again? Which I suppose you could get the what do you call it? The XP for it. So you can. I always wanted these. But again, I don't want to waste these prime items because I haven't had them drop. Or I haven't done enough relics to get them to drop again, to build them up. It's more about hoarding the items, hoarding the parts, than what do you call it? Than building them and stuff. Well, parts for that. That's a normal one too. Obviously, except for the Archon crystals. Argon crystals. And I still need to get the 2 other parts for this. This is a great weapon. Suppose I should start working on that. That's the other thing. What was it? I was supposed to do on rotation C in Zariman? I don't have the prime version of that. Again, putting Archon Catalyst and stuff on it. Organ Catalyst. There's still one ship that I haven't got as well. Only got one of them. Let's see if this thing's still here.
Welcome.
Any
It's time for Nora to say goodnight.
This invasion mission. It's still here, or is it gone? It's still here. What part am I going for? Sun Wraith. I'll go for it. There's nobody doing it. Get my notes up here. It's 6:30 here. In the morning.
You have chosen to support the Grineer in this fight. Eliminate all Corpus.
Yeah.
Picking sides is never easy. You are doing what you feel is right.
I've got a couple of wee things to add at the bottom here. Maybe do them after this. For the where the extensions are. Have an idea of what I want to put there that might help me. One of them is the suggestion box, obviously. Wasn't meant to have this. What do you call it? Tell me your batteries are low now. Yeah, I want to add the suggestion box and... oh shit. And other thing for...
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
That was a close one.
Prepare for incoming support.
Are you coming? In? What is it you're doing? Fuck. Still glitched.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. get to extraction. You are fighting alongside the Grenier in this mission. Destroy all Corpus. Supporting the enemy is wrong, but keeping the balance requires tough choices.
Attack us, and we'll counter.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
I don't mind waiting on people, but it's... I don't know what... You don't know how long you're going to be waiting for. Some people have patience to wait 10 minutes. Some people have... Depends how you feel, isn't it? Some people, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. And they just leave. You know, if you're not loaded up. So, I can't sit there the whole time waiting for them to... Whoever's going to
Ordis is angry.
change their kit,
I may
or
require maintenance
they're maybe
after all.
busy doing something or whatever.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. Scans indicate our target is in the vicinity. Find them. Target located. Bring them in.
Not going out like this!
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
This bit's still glitched.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Or go. There's still an hour left. The center here. Right. It's going to take a while for the batteries to reload or charge. Let's have a look.
Orders reminds the operator to take time for themselves. Pressure creates diamonds, yes, but it also creates rubble.
What have we got? Gara, Dante, Loki, Aurelian, Stalker. Oh. The mod. Arcanes. Steel Essence. Oh, still do Steel Path. Go with Dante.
The heavy heart is all too eager to embrace wounding lies. Truth may hurt, but what hurts is not always true.
You're making waves, dreamers. I can feel it.
Your presence is enough to hold the paradox at bay. But the environment itself will fight to choke you out.
For everyone.
Come on, come on!
Prepare to receive life support.
The performance will commence.
Periodically, life support will appear. Use it only as you must.
Savor the anticipation while you can.
Exactly.
I advise you not to be content with merely doing.
I rain justice upon the king's enemies.
Prepare to become the monster. We have had our fun. Time to end this. Your end is at hand. What a waste! Your scarred vessel comes to beg once more.
This'll sting!
This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. The paradox has drawn void angels to besiege the Undercroft, undo what their claws have done. Or Duviri may fall to something worse, even than Thrax. Globes of ambient void energy hover around you. Collect them to seal the breaches. Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade.
For the king!
The Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast. A breach has been sealed. Excellent work. The rupture is closed. The paradox stabilizes. The smallest breach in the wall may become a gaping wound. Thanks to you, that will not now happen. Will you lay your sword aside, rest, or fight on? The Jackal may have been sent to explore Duviri. Ensure it never returns. The body is well armored. The limbs, less so. First, bring it down. Then work on keeping it down. Evade. You can attack later. Now, strike while it's down. The foe flees before your onslaught. Hunt it down. Something is shielding it from harm. Find out. Seek out what protects it. This victory serve as a warning. Duviri is defended. Do not expect me to tell you when to stop. Judge for yourself. Secrets lie buried deep within the Undercroft. The paradox provides the means to extract them. You must protect the excavators and keep them powered. Extractor deploying.
Come on! Plenty of room for everyone.
I sense another void treasure.
Do not shout. You'll all be able to see.
Extractor in place.
The performance will commence.
A void treasure has been located. Extractor deployed. Excavator under attack. Void treasure location established.
Come on, come on!
Extractor in place. A way out is now open to you. But further buried riches are here for the taking. Leave now or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is inexhaustible. History dictates that this Tenno asset was destroyed in a grave setback to the cause. Let us rewrite that event. Enemies incoming. Stand fast.
Is everyone's shields alright? Just have to keep double checking everybody. It's 40k, you should be alright.
The enemy musters for a fresh assault. Hold the line.
What the fuck? Just lost 40k.
Your resolve is being tested. Do not falter. No time to rest. Already a new onslaught begins. Like ashes, the enemy has been scattered to the void. It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional people. Endurance is defiance. Prove you can endure the undercroft at its most oppressive.
How many of these traps is there? down and close to me. Good shields. Stalker.
Life support is inbound. Life support is limited. It must not be squandered.
Can't keep running around after he's trying to put shields up. Don't think I can't remember if I've got range on this guy. This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. Stalker. Oh, yeah. Just some shields.
foe is staggered, but not yet defeated. Persist.
Energy. Energy.
The battle is won. The paradox tamed.
I'm leaving, so shields are going.
Leave now or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is inexhaustible.
See how far I got. Ideally, I should stick around, but what if how far did I get?
Ordis keeps a tidy ship, and is
So when it means
therefore
8, it
reluctant
actually
to allow
means
enemies
fucking
on
8.
board. In
9,
Ordis's experience,
10,
almost
fucking hell, I
nothing
thought it meant
so
like
much
more.
as reload.
I went through like some levels, or did I not? Shite. That one's done. What have we got now? Garuda, Xaku, Excalibur, Nyx, Arrow. You just still go see Tashin, I think.
It is good to see you. My dreams were not wholesome. The Paradox has drawn Void Angels to besiege the Undercroft, undo what their claws have done, or Duviri may fall to something worse even than Thrax. The spheres you see are ambient void energy. Gather as much as you can and use it to heal the damage. If the Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade. The rupture is closed. The paradox stabilizes. A breach has been sealed. Excellent work.
So bad.
In a music forward.
Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast. The enemy has been held at bay. Congratulations are in order. Do not expect me to tell you when to stop. Judge for yourself.
Tenno scum!
The spark of victory has been struck. Fight on and fan the flame.
The power of Thrash shall humble you!
What a waste! Your scarred vessel comes to beg once more? You will never...
Of the Undercroft is curbed. Leave now or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is inexhaustible. The longer you can keep this Undercroft manifestation active, the greater the gains for the other side.
sake, I can't get off the ground. What the fuck? Why is there so many?
Life support is inbound.
Stand strong!
Life support is limited. It must not be squandered. Only 60 seconds remain. Sixty seconds left. You have 60 seconds.
This was never gonna fucking end.
It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional people. Secrets lie buried deep within the undercraft. The paradox provides the means to extract them. You must protect the excavators and keep them powered. Extractor deploying.
My magic has revealed them!
Judge me.
That was it.
Avoid treasure has been located.
Made of ammo for the freaking weapon. I need primary weapon ammo.
Extractor in place.
I forgot this thing only has 2 shots. It's fucking shit.
A new extraction site may now be claimed. Extractor in place. I sense another void treasure. Extractor deployed. You have gained much. If you choose, you may now leave. Will you lay your sword aside and rest? Or fight on? Cowards send minions to fight in their stead. This jackal is a mere envoy. Destroy it. A warrior must strike where the foe's armor is weakest. Do not hesitate to attack when an opening presents itself. Avoid the beams. Now, strike while it's down. The foe flees before your onslaught. Hunt it down. You have an opportunity. Take it. Turn your fury upon what is
Just gonna keep doing that? It's fucking annoying. Fuck's sake. My god. Just when you go start shooting the fucking thing and then it starts doing that.
Seek out what protects it.
I know what protects it. Its fucking ability to jump away all the fucking time.
This
Dunk on it.
victory serve
Ooh, yeah.
as a warning. Duviri is defended.
Dunk, 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 dunk. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. This Tenno asset is destined to be destroyed by hostile forces. Intervene and change its fate. No time to rest. Already a new onslaught begins. Enemies incoming. Stand fast.
Now!
I didn't realise other people have abilities, eh? Would have helped.
This battle is already half won. The winds blow fiercely. The waves do not relent. Still, the stout bow stands. been exhausted. If only for now. I advise you not to be content with merely doing enough. The Void Angels that roost in the Zariman are breaking into the Undercroft. Repair the damage to keep them at bay. The Void can heal as well as harm. Gather the floating spheres and take them to the ruptures. Break through the wall, their master will be free. Do not allow that to happen. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade. Is closed. The paradox stabilizes. The Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast. breach has been sealed. Excellent work. The smallest breach in the wall may become a gaping wound. Thanks to you, that will not now happen. While you walk in other spaces, remember, Duviri is real.
Another job well
Right. Okay, so now that that interview's over, I've watched it with Joe Rogan and Billy Carson. That was so good. He went across. He went through all the different things that he normally talks about. And about Duviri, if you know anything about that. Billy Carson always sticks true to the work. Same ones as I said about Graham Hancock. Linda Howe. Who was the other one? Wasn't Lex. Terence McKenna. There's also this here guy, Terence Howard now. It's from the universities that I used to see. Vaguely. These came.
Oh! Sorry! Ortis will play with the volume off.
Terence McKenna's really good. His work's more about like the inner work of the body and what psychedelics and stuff can do. And explaining their history. It would be interesting to see them all in one room with Joe Rogan. Now Joe Rogan, that's the other one Joe's done the interview with. He done the interview with who's that guy he was talking about on there? Area 51. Bob Lazar, that's it. Bob Lazar was really good. When I looked into his story, and Bob Lazar would probably be a perfect example of what I was wondering why people are back and forth, right? So he pointed out, he says that he worked in Area 51. There's a couple of things I would like to say. Area 51 is not actually Area 51. I think it's section... What's it called? Is it section 13 in America? It's something like that there. Its true name. And the fact that you're not allowed in it, that's a big red flag already. No one ever mentions that. No one ever mentions, hold on a minute, Area 51? Yeah. So why are you not allowed in it? Oh, it's military. Oh. But you can go into any other military base, so why can't you go to that one? Why is there a restriction, publicly and militarily? Why does it have to be high level stuff? That's the first one. So anyway, that was the first one. The second one was is element 115, isn't it? So he is he's a scientist or a chemist, and he discovered this element long before it came out, and then they put it in the periodic table after. So that proves then that there's stuff being brought from the history to now. Here's the thing about the people what I was trying to point to is, oh, he's lying. Right, well, if he's lying, why are we not allowed in Area 51? That's what I've got to ask you. You know, if he's lying, why can't we go to Area 51 and find out? That's point one. So, it shouldn't be... This is the next thing I'm trying to say as well. It shouldn't be a debate. It shouldn't be for and against. As I said before, for and against. Oh, he did or he didn't. He's right or he's wrong. It is or isn't. Well, Area 51's the proof. The fact that Area 51 exists and is restricted proves that he's right. There's no denying it. There's no like debate. Oh, Area 51's a training area. You could say all that all day, but it's just gonna defeat the purpose of what you're trying to point out, that it exists. So no one's gonna know if he was or wasn't lying unless you can get into Area 51 and find the true papers. And the other one is Element 115 that he claims that he discovered or exists. So then this is the next thing. If Bob Lazar has Element 115, then why is the governmental forces trying to stop him? If Area 51 is not a restricted area, it doesn't exist. So the words themselves are used in a way where it's like, that's Area 51. It's a restricted area. It doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist in any maps or anything. It doesn't exist because they say it doesn't exist, because the words they use saying it doesn't exist doesn't mean that it doesn't exist in reality and you go to it and you stand there in front of it. It's just they're saying figmentality, or figmentally, they're saying it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because they don't want to record it. It doesn't exist because it doesn't exist on paper. It doesn't exist because they don't want it to exist in the very words. But in reality, you go there and you can stand in front of it and go, that's Area 51. That's the reality. That's the difference between what's real and what's not. That's what is and what isn't. So we all know it is there, and we know it does exist. So by saying it doesn't exist doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, because it does. They're just trying to make it that way. And the other one is, if he came from there and he worked there, then why can't we go in and prove it? So there shouldn't be a debate. The only people that's bringing out against Bob Lazar is the people that don't want you to go there. That restricts them even more. In the very words that I'm saying, the way I work things when it comes to words is I paint them into a corner with their own words. And that's what they're trying to do now, or what we're trying to do to ourselves, is remove stuff from the internet and censor ourselves. Remove the things that that doesn't coincide with the narrative or the propaganda that they want to put you in that direction. But here's the catch, right? There's always the stuff that's missing, the unspoken, the unwritten, the unknown. That's the whole purpose of why human beings exist, because we explore and find out the unknown. So when they're pushing you this way, it's just pushing you the other way more so. So with Bob Lazar saying what he says for over 40 years, proves that Area 51 is the only place where they're lying. That it all comes back down to as a basis and a source. You can't argue the fact. You can sit and argue the fact all the day about Element 115, right? You can sit in an argument all day and go, oh, he's got some or he hasn't got some, or he made it up or he didn't make it up. Or he did work, that's the other one. You can argue all day, he did work there, he didn't work there, and all this here, right? Argue that all day. You could say he's making it all up, right? But the only way of proving it is going in there and letting them turn around and go, he worked here, or he didn't work here. And when they do look it up, there is history or archives of him working there, and then he says they removed him, which they did remove him, because you can see the evidence of it when you look for it. In the time frame that he was bringing out the information that he was saying about. Alright, so let's say he didn't work there, right? Let's say that one. Let's say he didn't work in Area 51. How come when he says he has Element 51, that the government showed up at his door? Why is that? but because he didn't work there, and because he didn't know about it. Same thing is, you're not meant to know these things. You're not meant to talk about these things, and you're not meant to do these things. That's what they do. These groups of people don't want you to do, and it all comes down to a group of people at the bottom creating a company or a group called a conspiracy. Behind a conspiracy is anything behind in a room, as they call an echo chamber, a room where there's a group of people that all agree. That's a conspiracy, and it's not talked about. So sitting here right now, and anybody listening to this video could technically be a conspiracy if I talk about it, but the catch is I'm doing it on a broadcast. So the only way that it's done is when there, as they say, behind closed doors, which means then I put out a message and then you come here or I go there. And there's groups, like I've said before, that I try to point out, or like getting messages and stuff and all from people. I'm sure there's more people than just me when I think about it that are in different countries from these groups of people or gangs or whatever you want to call them. That these people think they're better than you, but technically they just think they're better, so then they can become a handler, and then they think that they've got something that they're in, that they can lord over you, if you want to say, be in charge. I can send them a message, or I can talk to them, or I can tell them what to do. When they're just, this one in particular is just a fat shit that wants to fucking he just wants to be accepted in the world, so he does. As he's just a fat kid who wanted friends. That's what happened. And he's lived that his whole life. And I'm the one where it's like, I'm the person where I've ended up just going along with everything, rather than fighting back or whatever, or finding out. Because I know down the road it might not even benefit me. I just end up fighting back and arguing my whole life. It's been 20 years. If people want to say anything they want, there's nowhere to turn for me. I would much rather the kids or anybody now who's stuck in this position move away from the area. That's what's always been said. The Mafia used to always say that. The only way you get away from them is if get a job, get money, and save it up, and move away from the area. If you live in a poor area, move away from it. If you've got, like in my area, you've got flags that's put up. I've always based it on a few things. If there's flags in your area and painted curbstones, right? And the other one is if you've only got one bathroom. So if you've only got one bathroom, if you've got two bathrooms, you live in a more upstate area. If you've got painted curbstones for whatever reason, or murals, which are commemorating a president or a royal family or whatever, which is around here, they've nothing better to do. These people are just getting paid to put these paintings up to make it look cleaner than what it actually is. They hide the cracks and the dirt, if you want to say. And the other one is the flags, to think that they're part of something. Because the flags only cover the poor area. They don't cover the affluent areas, if you want to say, the working areas, the areas where they have a bit more money. Because they don't like it. I'm never going to get any messages from anybody on chat. I'm just expecting about this stuff. And it would be interesting to know, like, in different countries, like China or something, or India or Russia or Sweden, or just what's the poor areas really like? Are they just, or is it just here? Is it just me? You know what I mean? Like, am I the only one sitting here living this? Or some cunt tell me, messaging me because I've got nothing else, thinking that he can send me a message and expect me to run to his beck and call? And I can't even turn to the police. I can't friggin' turn to friends. I've tried that. Everyone keeps telling me that I'm part of them. My own circle of people don't want, they don't want to put their neck out. And this is how I know when it comes to all these protests and shit and all. Try getting your friend for help, like genuine help, to go out and protest for something, or go out and do something with you. See how long that lasts. Probably last a week, 2 weeks without money. This here it hasn't got any money involved whatsoever. I got sent, it's called football cards here. So it is. Yeah, if you ever seen like a wee football card is, or a sports card, and yeah, and they expect money off you. So it's like tithings. It's 10% of whatever you get. So it is. So even when you're not working or whatever, they make sure that in some way the money goes back to whatever the system is, whatever, from the ground up. It's like, as I say about the flags go up, but I don't know if councils do it in some areas and all, but they make sure that the groups of people do them at the lower level and they don't get paid, because they tell the ones like myself or whatever is just going to go along with it to go and do that. And the police and all know about it. They're infiltrated it a long time ago. There was a newspaper, if you live in this area, or live in this country, there was a newspaper put out, and it says about really quick. As I said about them being infiltrated. Them batteries run out pretty quick there. So if you live in this country, that's what happens, and they're all in on it. It's all corrupt. Not in the sense of like, it's designed to be corrupt. It's made to be corrupt because of the money, because of people's egotistic personalities. We're all like, that's the whole point of why I was watching Billy Carson with Joe Rogan's show. Billy Carson's been doing this for a long time, and he says that we are, if you look far enough, and if you have any, like, this is what makes people really frustrated or pissed off, is when I say you're a fucking idiot if you don't look it up, if you don't take the time to spend your time doing it, and you've just got, maybe you've got distractions or whatever with work and stuff, or the wife or the girlfriend or the kids or whatever it may be, but take the time to just look something up in whatever you enjoy, in whatever subject, and you'll find out that down the line that it's got a connection to, as I say, a conspiracy. And then when you go deeper, you'll find that it's to do with the way we have been, or as they call it, society, but it's really everything has a system. So it could be, but they're all separate, and the way they connect is through the money. The money connects, it all interweaves, so it does, from the bottom up. So the money's printed only when a person's born, and then you hand that money over to the I keep saying the governmental forces, but it's so then they can say the government are controlled as well. They're owned not by companies lobbying. but to own an area or population or whole countries. My theory is that it goes back to these Anunnaki where they own a certain area or region. Maybe that's what's happening here in Europe at the minute. And that could be a good reason why Ukraine is fighting with Russia at the minute. Because two Anunnaki forces are fighting for land and resources using human beings. And that's why when you're born, you're registered to the governmental the governmental forces to give up your sovereignty or whatever it is, and under the system of money. And that's what we need to move away from. Don't register children or whatever, no, but then they have to get your... This is where, if you ever seen the TV series V, I'll put up the trailer in the link. The new one. And it shows in V about the aliens offering us help. They're going to heal the sick, save the poor, change the world, right? Now, it's a good... Don't get me wrong, it's a good wee story or series, right? And it's great that it was a remake from the original. Is this one any good? Let's see this one first. Two films that a lot of people came across was... This was one of them, V in 1984, or this one, V 2009, and what was the other one? What was that film? Wasn't V... They Live. It's called They Live. That was a very famous one too. So the aliens came, the big ship, promised us everything. They were never allowed to be seen in a negative light to human beings. and they were curing people, but they were turning them into aliens as like skin suits. The arrival. Hold on, 2009. They end up getting their own ones to fight their own kind, you see. In the end. Can't see. No, I can't find the one where. The help scene, it's called. This is probably the best scene I could get. from it. The best one with the intro and stuff and all, and then a wee bit of a backstory called The Arrival. Be the Arrival. When the aliens show up. So everyone's under the impression that when you go to attack a region, yeah, they take it over. You think that attacking it or fighting a person wins you the region? Let's think of it this way, right? That's why I do this. So, think of it this way. If attacking a region or fighting with people was how to keep it or take it over, would you not think then that the Romans, the Mongols, or Genghis Khan, who else was there? The Spanish would have been running the world by now, or even World War II. That was World War II was a perfect example, a textbook example of why you should not fight other countries, why you should not fight in general, like literally. So if fighting got you anything, you would eventually win in a matter of time. So why do we have the things? The question is, why do we have proxy wars? Why do we have money funded on both sides? Why do we have standoffs on regions of the earth? Israel and Palestine? Got you anything with people? Then why aren't them regions all? Why hasn't the who was it? The Persians was a good one too, in Greece. Sure, 300 was a classic film. If fighting got you anything, why isn't the world took over by one race? The Vikings. Do you want me to tell you why? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's why. It's designed to not work. That's why there's proxy wars. Think about it for a minute. That's why there's proxy wars. They know this. People know this. It's your common sense when you look at it and you go, we've been fighting for thousands of years, but yet one race has not come out on top. In fact, as I said, the Roman Empire is a perfect example of that. It still exists. The whole thing about the Roman Empire is, here's the catch, you ready? And people have been talking about it in the conspiracy circles, and it's only just coming out now. The eagle. Where else do you see the eagle? In America. So if the Roman Empire lost, then how did it end up in America? How does the symbolism still exist? You know, it should just went away. I want to say lost, right? Lost a war. They didn't. They changed their tactics. It's all about in here. It's all about chess game. The whole world is a chessboard. And we're losing. We're losing badly. We're losing big time. Because in World War II set the example. Where if you ever watch and listen to Hitler's speeches, you'll see that he was trying to help his country, his people, that were downtrodden. Their finances were in dire straits in a bad way. They were their people was in worse states than they were and people in impoverished areas now. Worse, you know, Skid Row would be a haven compared to fucking what they were living in. Because now we have phones and places where it's built. They didn't really have much. It was bombed to the fucking ground. They were fucking walked over from World War One. And no one ever questioned why there was an assassination of what do you call them? The royalty. Franz Ferdinand. Just hours after narrowly escaping an assassination bomb, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the heir to the Augusto-Hungarian throne and his wife, the Duchess of Oldenburg, are killed by Cavallo Principe. Okay? No one ever questioned that. Because in a war or in a fight between two countries, two areas, two races, two alien beings, is about how can you outsmart the other person. And if you're using your resources as a people to keep the population down is a part of the plan. Think about that for a minute. We are killing our own kind over the fact that somebody somebody so evil they would kill you anyway. As this is what it goes back to. There was Nazi people praised in Congress. Praised a Nazi guy. There was backdoor rooms that Boris has been caught as well in, and these people have been praising the Nazi regime. If you watch Neil Oliver on Great Britain News, he was caught, and you question why. Why is these people praising this? Why are they questioning this? Why do they follow this evil agenda? Because the only conclusion I come up with is that if this fighting benefited anybody, it's not benefiting the human race. It has to be benefiting and something else that doesn't like us and doesn't want us here and doesn't care, like a farm. And let's say I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong about it. Say that we're not here. We're fighting for religious matters, right? Like Israel and Palestine. Princes and principalities. Who's the princes and principalities? This is our land. That's our land. That's ours. You killed. You did. Pointing the finger. Wasn't me. Wasn't you. But they point the finger at each other. And what's the overall goal? Because if fighting, as I said, if fighting fixed anything, one side will win eventually. The Roman Empire the Scottish, or the Scottish, the Spanish, the Germans, and as I say, World War II was a perfect example of that, and no one questioned the World War I or why it started over princes and principalities. So somebody set a rule, and who gets to decide that rule? Us, as human beings, or those that are in charge of telling us in a region of what we're going to do? So we'll take Ukraine for a perfect example. Is them people there going to war with their national army because they want to, or because they're afraid to stay in their own areas? Because there's groups of other people that support Nazi regimes from the past, and Nazis been put up as a evil, as an evil regime, when originally, when you look at Hitler, he was using it to build up his country against oppression. That has all been warped now to the opposite of what it originated at. It's more about the cause of forcing other people what you want them to do by using any symbolism or any agenda that you deem fit for your goals, your own personal goals. And that's what I'm saying about, if it was just human beings, then we wouldn't be in this, or we would be fighting over, there wouldn't be the fighting. But because there is fighting, proves that there's something else putting fear and threat on the human race. Because if anything, human beings are rebellious. We generally fight back. And the only way we're going to get ahead of this is people like in my age that have kids now, around 35 and up, push away the old regimes and agendas. That's why Generation Z, if you want to say, the younger generation, are coming up now, and they'll see as well what's going on, and hopefully they will not be put in through these groups or gangs or whatever you want to call them that are pushing the ideology of you can be part of something, you can be this, you can be that, when you're not. You're just making it worse for everybody around you. There's two things that what I seen that proves this as well. The first one was, and it might be a bit far-fetched for some people, is Tupac, the rapper, right? Not saying that he's this, that, the other. Just, I watch a lot of his stuff. But there was one song called The Gangster's Paradise, and a lot of people like that song, right? So that's the second one. And everyone goes, oh yeah, that's great, the great song. Oh, I'm a big man and all this, or big woman, or whatever you want to be. This hard man or hard woman, you think that you're part of it, Peaky Blinders or whatever, yeah? Or Queen of the South, or what's the other ones? Power. All these other ones, they don't mean anything. That if they meant anything, you would have been better off. You would have been better off with the things you do. But do you know what happens? You end up destroying yourself and destroying those around you. It says in Gangster Paradise, in the lyrics, if you read them, if you listen to it. Okay, you ready? Right, I'm gonna say it as the whole lyrics go across. I'm gonna speak it. Gangster's Paradise by Coolio and Kaylin Mash. And this relates to princes and principalities and to the thug life, which was saying about with Tupac. And anybody who thinks that they're doing the I'm a tough guy work. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, okay, where you live, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. 'Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. Okay? That's clear as day, okay? A lot of people take that and go, oh, when they're listening to the song. That's tough man talk. No, he's pointing out that he's been fighting for so long. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. According to him, that's the ego. Me be treated like a punk. You know that's unheard of. You better watch how you talking and where you walking. That's to do with territory. I'm gonna fight you or blast you or whatever. Or you and your homies might be lined in chalk. Okay? So if fighting changed anything or made the world a better place, that's a perfect example. I really hate to trip, but I got a lock. As they croak, I see myself in pistol smoke. Full, I'm gonna G, the little homies wanna be like. Full, I'm gonna G, or I'm the I'm reading it wrong. Full, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like. On my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. There you go. It's as close as you'll get to solid, like, he's just worried about his life just the same as anybody else. But as I'm trying to say, if fighting fixed anything in a group mentality between each other, this is what I'm saying about the divisions, then people wouldn't be worried. There would just be one gang. And I think you've still got the Crips and the Bloods in America. It's kept that way for a very reason, not because it's always about the drugs in the end. It's always about them themselves and egotistically. It's always about them originally, but that's what keeps them in. The thing that keeps them there even more so is the uneducated. They don't know about the symbolism they're using. They don't understand that there's people how you can say it, people telling them from high up authority or whatever you want to call it, the way you see it. It's not an authority, it's more of a federal system where everyone's just doing their thing. And one person tells another and it's like, oh, he'll deal with you if you don't do that. That's the fear factor. Been spending most of their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Been spending most of their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Keep spending most of our lives living in a gangster paradise. Keep spending most of our lives living in a gangster paradise. That's the chorus. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be down with the hood team. That is directly at what I said. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. There was a thing there I watched the other day about propaganda. And it's going around on the YouTube at the minute. Hold on to see if I can find the exact. I think it's something fiction. Is it David Fiction or something? Shorts by Brian. Okay.
Spaces every time a manned mission is sent to.
They're very good. So they are. Dr. Fiction, he's called. Some of them are really good, convincing, but whether they're true or not is a different matter. Right, so where is it? Is it this one?
Basically purchased off the dark web by some guy. At the time, I don't realize.
Oh, it's not that one. This one?
Listen spaces every
No,
time
it's not that
a
one.
manned mission is sent.
It's television one.
We were working on the project for decades. We developed a sophisticated neural interface device that would...
Yeah, this is it. And off. See if we can get it back up.
Joe, the idea...
Right, so I'll put the... Where is it? Dr. Fiction.
It was to basically reinvent the industrial prison complex. We were working on the project for decades. We developed a sophisticated neural interface device that would essentially be able to not only simulate a virtual reality.
No, it's not that one.
Joe,
Where's the TV one? Where's it?
What was it that you'd created, sir?
It was
Operation Black Mirror. Okay. There it is there. Right, so I'll put the link in the chat. Just in the chat. That's the full one. It's only a couple of minutes long. Again, whether it's true or not is a different matter. This is still in relation to the stuff that I do or watch or sci-fi, okay? So the links are in the chat for Operation Black Mirror, if you can hear it.
Shortly after that point, we'd...
Right, I'll see if we can get the first.
And what exactly is it that you've done?
Well, I'm afraid I regret what I've done.
And what exactly is it that you've done?
Well, I was the lead research and development analyst on one of the most effective psychological experiments of the 20th century at
Are you alright, sir? Can you talk a bit about it?
No, I am not. All right, nothing is all right. Things are pretty far from all right. You don't understand what we have done to the psychological aspect of humanity.
How much can you disclose? What was the name of this project?
I am afraid I cannot disclose that, as I don't want to correlate myself to any particular field of research on this matter. Look, everything we have built our academia on since roughly the 1930s is on an entirely fictitious basis. My unit had been assigned a specific task within this project. The cerebral anatomy was broken into separate parts with separate teams within our division working on the developments that would guide these parts of the brain into its formation to control how the modern human would develop, psychologically there. The occipital lobes are the region of the brain which deal with visual processing and how we incorporate visual information with our beliefs in the prefrontal cortex. And my team was assigned with creating social engineering systems to manipulate the information flow into these areas of the cerebrum. The institution wanted us to configure a sort of direct funnel to channel information straight into the cerebrum of the entire population.
What did you do? What was it that you'd created, sir?
It was shortly after that point. We'd been introduced to Philo Farnsworth, popularly known as the inventor of the first conventional television, and it was from this round table of our minds that we came to the revelation to leverage the newly emerging medium of filmography with these visual image machines made by Philo to create what would become known as the entertainment industry, allowing for the general depictions of what reality is perceived to be by the general population to be up for creative decision by the overarching institution.
So, what are you saying, that everything about the way that we view reality, that it's all a synthetic vision?
Every word you speak, every point you seek to make, ambition you strive to have, feats that you fight to conquer, are merely the perceptual figments of another man's imagination. I'm afraid that as of this moment we find ourselves all living in the brush strokes of reality drawn up by those that have controlled a century of social engineering.
Do not try to adjust the picture.
Color TV.
There is nothing wrong with your TV. A new form of television is here. High definition. Up to 6 times sharper than current analog technology. The people who brought you TV, the color TV, and digital satellite TV welcome you to HD TV. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television. We've just made a better one.
There you go. Alright, so I don't know, like, it's supposed, there's more from that. They did the work. And when I say did the work, these people don't, when I say these people, it's us or it's ourselves. If I pay you whatever wage you ask for, and I tell you I want you to research a device like a TV or a rocket or a car or whatever, you're going to do it. It's not a debate. You're going to do it because I'm paying you. And you're going to go home to your wife or your kids or whatever, or you're going to be your husband or whatever it is, and you'll come in again every single day until you completed that task, and I will keep paying you. That's the way it works. It's not a debate about who's in control, who's in power. No. These people that are fighting in Ukraine are getting a paycheck to go to war. To go and fight. That's the only thing they have left. These people that are paying the bills, are paying the paycheck in the background through the banking system is the ones that's running it. And they're running it, telling the other ones that they will do it. You will do it. It's not up for debate. It's not a question of you can and can't do this. The money dictates to you. If you're living in a bombed area with no food and no shelter, you're going to do whatever they tell you with that money. If they turn around and says, we're going to open a portal to another fucking planet and you're going to build it, you're going to do it. That's how money works. You don't say no. That's how science progresses, because of money. The perfect example is everyone's under this impression that everyone's going to be a good person and praise God or whatever and be a minister or a father or whatever it is, or a priest. Are you really? Are you going to do that there and you're going to live on the street? No, of course you're not. They don't do it because they want to be good people. They're doing it because they're getting a paycheck. That's what this is about. So too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm a educated fool. I'm a educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a locked out gangster, set tripping banger. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. See, this was wrote. It was fucking wrote this way to get the message across. Anyway, fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. Yeah? I'm living life, do or die. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? Question mark. I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? Question mark. The way things is going, I don't know. If someone was telling you the way I'm telling you this, I'm saying this instead of a song. That's what lyrics do. They trick your mind into this psychedelic state, thinking that it's great and all this here. It's just a song. All songs do this. It's to the drum beat originally when you were in the psychedelic circles, the groups where it was community and it was to get everyone together. And they've took the songs and the raps and all the stuff and tried to manipulate them so you don't listen to them. And if you do listen to them, you know what I'm talking about. You know the words. And what the manipulation is. We're tricking ourselves. We're deceiving ourselves. We're making ourselves do these things by pointing the finger and by playing egotism, that you're better, that I'm better than you, or you're better than me, how you feel, and all a status game and a class game when it comes to, and then when it comes to the money, everyone starts playing this other game or system, as they call it. That's what it's about. No one ever, like I said before, everyone runs about going, the money, the money, the money. But no one ever turns around and goes, why is it designed with the fucking pyramid on it? Why is it designed with the Queen's head on it? Why is it designed with the President's head on it? And then when it is questioned, it's like, oh, they're just a representative. What? So they're not Anunnaki and there isn't the King's list? And that we aren't ruled and controlled by this? By putting the work in, quote marks, which is their work, when they get to sit and get away with this. I would say, I would put a wild guess out there that there isn't very many of them left. If the world's in a state that it is. And they're fighting over resources and we're doing it for them. With the paycheck. Tell me why we are so blind to see that this is the line, the main line, right, about the fighting. Tell me why we are so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me. Question mark. So the only people that you're ruining, as I said, if fighting made any difference, is the people around you you're ruining it for. You're making it worse. You're making it fucking worse by being the person that you think you're egotistical and better. By being the person that you are around other people. And that's directly from a quote on Gangster's Paradise of how to be a gangster and I'm so tough. Then it's the chorus again. Power and money. Money and power. You don't get either. You don't get either. You don't have any money or power or money and power. Minute after minute, hour after hour. That's the whole point of working. You're putting the work in. Everybody's running. But half of them ain't looking. It's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. Now, a lot of people, whether you're educated or uneducated, that's quoted right there. That's why he says, I'm an educated fool. I'm going on, it's going on in the kitchen, but I don't know what's cooking. So there's a lot going on.
Hello, Moto.
Ah, here we go. I need to get this out of the way. Where was I? In the kitchen cooking. Because I have to go now. They say I gotta learn, but nobody's here to teach me. Alistair Crowley said it perfectly. If you know anything about Alistair Crowley, he says speak backwards, don't speak forwards, don't speak backwards.
With these, you may
World War One, or why it ended, or why it started. There wouldn't be lies about all the Korean War at the minute. There wouldn't be any of that. If anything, if it ever fixed anything, any fighting, then it wouldn't be the way things are. But they are, and that's the reality. Because there's obviously groups and people, individuals that are being influenced or told and given the money and told that they're going to have to do this stuff whether they like it or not. Forced. So, Gangster's Paradise, the link is there if you're interested in it. I put it in the chat. Operation, or no, it's not Gangster's Paradise, Operation Black Mirror. And V, The Arrival, about the aliens. So it is in the TV series, the 2009 version. Pointed out that, as I say, if we fought and fighting changed anything, we would be better. We would have been in a better position now. The Mongols would have won. The Romans would have been in the position they are. The Germans, even the Red Indians. You know, the Persians, all the things. It would have outnumbered, but it didn't. So there's obviously a plan or a goal to keep it going, to keep us fighting, to keep us divided. That's why Babylon happened. God came down and separated the people. Because God wasn't this guy in the sky. It was one of these other beings that got us in this position and keep us the way we are. And that's why on a ground level, when you look at the person beside you, it's like you can't talk to them. Because it's the very words that you're using that is dividing you. Gangster's Paradise. I'm going to have to go anyway because I have to help out the other partner or whatever. So, I don't know if I'll be on later.